Yes, Topic Tuesday.
Topic Tuesday by the Millenni-Her podcast. Every Tuesday, we're going to try and come on here and talk about the week, all of the news that has dropped from the week prior, kind of maybe add some insight if there were any updates since then, and take it from there. Today, my workspace, I'm cooking.
Oh, what you making?
Girl, I've been craving sausage and peppers. So, I have these sweet Italian turkey sausages, and I'm going to cook that up while we are discussing these topics, because millennial moms out here, we got to
multitask.
Right. I thought I was going to be done with them, and that was not the case, so sis will not go hungry.
Do you make it on a roll, or you, put it over rice or something?
No, I like to have, a sandwich, if I'm going to the baseball game or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But what's up? You ready?
I'm ready. I am all caught up, too.
Okay.
Finished,
All right, gotcha. Cool. So this week we're talking about everything from, how it's promoted Tiger King to Blueface. Tiger, I don't know what the hell. That was funny, though. Yeah. So let's get started. What caught your eye? What caught your eye?
On Tiger King?
On any of the topics that, we talked
about. So I started that show, Too Hot to Handle, on Netflix. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
And I finished it today.
Okay.
And I liked it. It was sexy. You know what I mean? It kind of had me in my bag a little bit.
Okay, so guys, we're talking about the new Netflix show that came out on Friday called Too Hot to Handle. Anaya, why don't you tell them what the show is about?
Okay, so Too Hot to Handle is basically a show where there are single people that they just want to be single, they want to mingle, they want to just have sex, and they just want to have a good time, and they all got put on the island together because they're under the impression that they are going to have a retreat together. They all just going to start wilding and having a good time, but the plot twist is that they cannot have sex with each other. They are there so they form meaningful connections with each other, so by the end of the retreat they're better people for a significant other or a partner.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy because, all right, so we just gonna keep it real, right? It's only literally 3 people of color on that show.
Yeah.
It's hard. So I'm rooting for my black people automatically.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's I feel like a bunch of college kids. Mm-hmm. I'm heavily convinced based off of just their criteria to what it comes to needing in a partner. Most of it is okay, does your penis work? Does your vagina work? Cool. Let's have sex. That's really just what the requirements really are. So it's kind of yeah, that is different. I was oh, that's different. Yes, it's very different, but it's so entertaining. If you haven't already, y'all should check out Jessie Wu's page. She's a top personality and comedian. She was actually on Love and Hip Hop Miami too, and she did a whole commentary about the show. It was super
really?
Fun. Yeah. It was super crazy, super fun. What I took from that though as a topic is for men and for women, I feel if they were put in that position, because a lot of people ask me, would I go on the island and try this out for myself? My exact words were, I have fucking morals and I have standards, but a bitch is bad. So, I might have to pop out.
Nope.
It's a good time. You're meeting people. If you want to just do what a lot of people are doing on Tinder anyway, which is looking for an F buddy, then that show might be the show for you. Who's to say? So
yeah, I don't think that it's necessarily if you aren't looking for something serious. What's the difference from doing that or going on those, popular group trips that people do when they go to, different islands and stuff together? What type time everybody be on. that kind of activity. So it's like this. It's the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? You went there for vacation to meet new people, and whatever happens.
Why do you think millennials would kind of take to that? I feel like that's a very much millennial show.
Yeah. Because millennials, I feel like, have a hard time with connecting and dating. So I think that will kind of draw millennials in. Like, wait, I can go meet people and turn up with no strings attached, with no commitment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you see how they reacted when Lana told them that they couldn't have sex. Everybody thought it was the end of the world. And they was complaining about it for days. I think like the whole show, they was like...
It was only a month.
It so
it's only a month.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely
Did you know Sharon?
What'd you say?
Did you know Sharon, the guy from Jersey?
No, but I was hoping. I was like, he from Jersey. So it's like...
Hey. Because I feel like he looked like he went to Rutgers or something. Like, I don't know.
Right, real familiar. Like, he seemed cool. He seemed like he was a cool guy. So definitely for our millennial viewers, if you haven't already checked out Too Hot to Handle, if you loved Love is Blind. Oh, wait. Somebody said, A-Luck said that show. What did he say? It's funny. Yeah, I would have wanted that bread. What he said? That's what I'm saying. Like, this week I'm not going to spoil it for y'all, but definitely you already know it's a competition. If you 5 Day Love You, if it's something where it's a situation where you're going to get money just for showing up, just to not kiss and fornicate with someone you don't even know,
right?
There's a debate on, would you really risk that money? Like, it's $100K, like,
right?
Or would you just potentially contract herpes from these strangers? I don't know. I wouldn't say I would do that, but you know, thank you. Definitely had some dumb decisions in there. Yes, it's an interesting show. definitely. Okay. It's worth a pay vacation, free therapy. Definitely worth a watch. Like, you guys are all on the same page. Another show, since we're on there, before we get started on some more topics, it's just always good to start with what we're watching since we're all stuck at home.
Right.
Black AF on Netflix by Kenya Barris. He was the executive producer of Black-ish, Mixed-ish, Grown-ish, Girls Trip, like all of those. So it's like, it's also another show on Netflix. And he is super funny. I just added this, so it's okay. And I recently saw it.
But is it good though? You would recommend I watch it?
I would definitely recommend it for the pro-Black, super woke. Hey, post-grad pod. It's like for all of those super woke, super conscious, or even those who may not be, but just are a person of color who you have these conversations. Thank you. It's next on your watch list. Yes, it's if you want to have those conversations that you never get to have with your fellow people of color. Like, hey girl, I hate these white people. That's a reoccurring line that's happening on this show. Like, man, I fucking hate white people. Like, and it's like, yes, not saying you should hate white people, but it's one of those things where if you have something to get off your chest, that's a platform to definitely get it out and hear it at least. And they use celebrities, so many guest appearances on there. It's based on a true story to give people a breakdown. So about a man who's super rich, got 6 kids, and it's just the story of his life. It's a mockumentary. The show is lit. Yep, really made me think. It's a really great show. Sorry, I'm reading comments as we're doing it. But
see, I didn't like the little preview that was on Netflix. Like, it didn't grab me. But now, based on your synopsis, I want to try it.
Yes. So, millennials, try that. What's another show, and
I started watching Boomerang on BET. You know, I kind of stopped watching BET, but I tried it again for this show called Boomerang.
It's like on its second or third season, right?
Yeah, but I'm not even done with season 1 yet. So,
okay, yep. I'm just reading the comments like everybody's like, watch it. Another show to segue just into our topic, one of our topics for Topic Tuesday, because we like to keep it brief for y'all. We know y'all got things to do virtually and all of that. We respect your time. is I was telling you about the new Lala Anthony like show that I don't personally have because I think it's on a site that I can't get. Like I need to get a subscription or something, and I don't got time for that. But for what the Shade Room provided, was that it was like one of her first episodes was trying to help change a young business owner's life, but also to go and talk about those topics of marriage. Well, talk about the topic of something to relate to, which was marriage and, you know, the struggling aspects of what it could be for marriage. And the little snippet I took from that was just more so like, okay, finally opening up about her situation, because a lot of people, you know, everybody saw that whole scandal with Carmelo and, you know, just his career, his personal life, how he potentially may have stepped out, or if it's confirmed, I don't know. I love Lala, so I even got to talk to that girl. She took pictures with me, y'all, and she talked to me. I can't couple her like that, but but yeah, she's super cool. I just thought it was a show for a lot of millennial entrepreneurs to at least hear about, women and men, just about if you make a mistake, it's something inspirational. Kind of like a lot of the content that's on Quibi, the new Quibi app, where it's like all this short form content from Offset to Jennifer Lopez to, you know, a lot of shows actually where they're just giving away money or, you know, checking out your whips and your cars. It's actually it's a good platform for minority communities, because there's a lot of content that, you know, just our favorite celebrities are doing that normally doesn't get publicized, and now it's doing something. It has a platform to showcase. So I thought that was good.
Yeah, I want to check that out too, because I actually do like Lala. So, and I also wanted more information. Is she like necessarily talking about her marriage, or?
I think she was very vague, like on the more vague side, but it was definitely something where, you know, you could relate to another woman and tell your story. Like, okay, girl, you had a shitty husband. I had a shitty husband. Let me tell you how he was shitty. Or let me tell you where, you know, I messed up in our marriage and you know, I feel guilty. Or maybe she wasn't the best wife, or maybe she learned something that her husband wanted that she couldn't do for him. So it was that kind of conversation to help her put on an even playing field with the business owner. It was just something to be like, let me help you, make you whole. Like, there was something that might probably set you back, but now this puts you forward.
Right. So it's empowering.
Yeah, it's an empowerment show. You know, something that I think all of us need right now in this time of uncertainty. You know, still some people are without jobs, or some people aren't getting the pay that they should be getting. You know, it's all of these things. So you deserve to be motivated. And Millenni-Her podcast got y'all always giving y'all that empowering content to better yourselves. So yeah. But girl.
So
what happened?
Tiger King. Yes. What is your thoughts on that? Number one, do you think that he's innocent?
We talking about the Tiger King, not the rest of them, right? Not the Hitman?
No.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, Tiger King.
I know some people ain't seen Tiger King yet, and I don't know if it's something you really have to see yet, but it's very interesting. If you haven't seen it already, I would definitely take a look. But to answer your question, Anaya, you said, do I think he's guilty, or?
Yeah, like, do you think that he ordered a hit on Carol Baskins?
I wouldn't put it past him. Like, these are people who are making, hey, guy from the corner. But, hey, Denise, sorry, I'm giving shout outs in the process. Hey, everyone on here, I appreciate you tuning in. But, I think I wouldn't put it past them. These are people who are living in the projects, but the projects of the boonies.
Right.
Like, the projects of the booties, like, these are people who are making millions and still living in trailer parks. They don't know. I wouldn't put it past them to hire somebody who is already in jail to come out of jail and kill her. Now, what I am mad at is that you hired someone so shitty that he took your money. And he went to the strip club.
He went to the strip club with his money.
I'm literally crying. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a great question. I'm gonna get to that. Kai. But yes, so I wouldn't put it past him if he did set that hit. I'm just mad that if you're gonna do something, you would like to get it done successfully. Is all I'm saying. Like I hate when shit just don't go right. Now I don't know. Should he have gotten 100 years? I mean, it just goes to the saying, and then you can take it away. It just goes to the saying what they say. People care more about animals than they do other humans. Like because 89 years for tigers that are. What they're saying, I think they said is endangered species, or most of the animals that they were having for their zoo. So it's like, but you're really charging 100 years, but some people can't even get 2, 3, 4 months, like years, for killing other human beings, or better yet, people of color. So it's kind of like.
I thought most of the time came from him ordering the hit, though.
It came from that, but also him allegedly putting down all those tigers. That's what chunked up a lot of those charges, was the tigers that they found in the ground. So all I'm saying. True. So, but now, definitely.
Sorry, what you gonna say?
No. I was looking at the comments, but go ahead.
Carol Baskin. So I kind of have mixed feelings on her. Mm-hmm. I do think that based on her past, I could see her being a bitch. Like I could see why they hate her. Mm-hmm. And it's also like you care so much about the tigers that you feel like people having them is hurting them, but you also have them. Like, what's so different from having them in your sanctuary than what they're doing?
I have no idea, girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are people who living in West Bubble who are dealing with issues I've never even heard of until then. So, Godspeed on that. I mean, I'm glad she's alive. Everybody deserves their life, but it's a very interesting thing. It's just the final completion of shows that if you haven't watched, you should watch. It creates a debate between you and your peers, and it should, because it's fucking insane and it's entertaining as hell.
Right.
But we actually did. I did wanted to talk to you. What was on our list? Because I'm like multitasking.
Let's see. Tiger King, Too Hot to Handle, Blueface.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. Okay. I am. What do you feel about that?
First of all,
set the scene for people who haven't already seen this little news.
Okay, so let me just put this out there. Blueface I am not a Blueface fan, just as an artist, in its entirety. I'm just not a Blueface person. But anyway, basically, he had like a video shoot / pool party, and one of the women that were there was probably like my complexion, if not a little tad darker, but like around my complexion or whatever. And apparently the girls that was invited to this video shoot were all fighting outside, and she's inside talking to him because she's like, I don't want to be out there fighting with the rest of y'all ratchet hoes. But one of the girls, like, I guess is mad that she's talking to Blueface, that she comes in there, she snatches her wig off. She's pretty much like antagonizing her, and she's basically insulting her complexion. And Blueface, he didn't really do. It's being Blueface. Didn't even do anything, and it's his party. Like,
I mean, why it captured my attention, and for those who are again catching this, we're talking about Blueface and his recent antics. It was just more so because first of all, we're supposed to all be social distancing.
Right.
And you were throwing a whole party for some music we never heard of, that she was never really coming out with. What you trying to be, Drake, and come out with a Tootsie Slide, Tootsie Roll, whatever? Like, no. The next. And then number 2 is like, then you got like 12 people in your house, like, that aren't your family, like, let them go. And now you have someone who is getting terrorized or harassed by people of maybe the same ethnicity, and all of this for what? And then you're laughing. Like, I just don't understand. I guess, why are we in this time? I guess that's the question. Why are we at this time of such as, like, again, COVID-19, people are dying. why are we, if that's the topic in the race, why are we fighting against each other when we are the same? Like, you're black, I'm black, we're different complexions. What makes you more black? Why is this even still a topic during this hard time? And guys, whoever's watching, please add to the conversation. Why is it that this is a thing, even in this time? Why?
Right. I honestly think that, whether COVID was happening or not, I think it's 2020, and not to sound like, insensitive or anything, but I don't think colorism should even still be a thing. And apparently it's still a thing. And those women, they don't look much older than we are, like maybe around our age, if even, or younger, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to even say things like that is like, who does that? Like, why? Who still thinks like that in 2020?
I mean, how should we be thinking now? Should we be so progressive to not care about complexion? Should we have ever thought about it?
I mean, judging by where it stems from and how it started, I get why it's there, but I think that we should have came a long enough way. There's so many women of all complexions that's just killing it, that have been showing a positive image of, who they are and what we are as Black women. And I just think it's just old. Like, okay, I'm dark skinned, you lighter, like, great.
I think that in that it's some self-hatred, and I encourage those millennials who may be of a darker complexion, who have dealt with similar occurrences, to continue to stand your ground that you are beautiful, and that you may be misjudged for no reason at all, and to continue to seek that self-assurance within yourself by reading, by talking to your peers, by talking to your parents, talking to someone with some insight and some wisdom to help you if you're going through that and you may be, on the younger side. And I think anybody can deal with it, because at the end of the day, it's somebody judging you for something that you cannot control.
Right.
So, I think he's an idiot, and we can move Blueface got your amount of time. But what I did think was a good segue to that was the racist TikTok video. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Mrs. Now famous Stephanie Freeman, the new Cash Me Outside girl, appropriating like hell, but even worse, by creating this video, of just so many misleading stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even understand. Like the whole Love and Watermelon, or what was it? It was a few of them.
It was Love and Watermelon, going to jail, not having a dad. It was something else too. Like, it was something else. Like, it was not having a dad, liking fried chicken and watermelon, going to jail, not having a job, or something like that.
And so, what did you think when you saw that video?
A part of me is kind of desensitized. Like, a part of me is, I don't want to say I'm surprised by that. I feel like things like this come up too frequently, and it's frustrating. And I was mad. Like, I looked at it and I was just like, SMH, like, you know what I mean? And these are people in high school.
Well, they're not funny. Huh?
I was talking to Will. He said the ending was funny. What ending?
Oh, the ending of the video?
I don't know.
I think he's talking about the ending of the video of the wait, I didn't even see all these comments. White privilege at its best.
Yeah. And then the ending of the video. I forgot how it ended.
Yeah, how did it end again? I forget how it ended. They just put them all in the pot, and I don't even remember stuff. Wasn't that what that was, or no? Yeah,
they put a lot of water for one of them, and it was. I can't even remember. Like, well, okay. What I also kind of disliked was her half-ass apology. It was almost like, okay, I'm sorry now. I'm tired of talking about it. Get over it, type of thing. And then she threw her boyfriend under the bus.
She was like, I was exposed to his racism and this and that and the third. I'm just like, oh girl, what we're not about to do is not accept responsibility.
Right.
And, oh wait, 1 second, Anaya, before you continue. So Kai, your question about black men and women, were you talking about Blueface? Or you're not talking about this Seth Freeman racist video, are you? Please elaborate, please, because I could go back. But go ahead, Anaya.
Oh, he said it was funny when they turned the sink on. I looked at that video with a straight face the whole way through.
Yeah. Okay, what's funny? Yeah, he just turned on the faucet. No, it's just so stereotypical for what? Like, and then it's like so much hatred. She's saying, okay, so let's answer this question that Kai's saying. She asked, can you see that, Naria? Oh yeah, she asked, when black men and women make videos like this exposing the dirty laundry of African American culture, are we still supposed to be as equally outraged, or can we laugh? Okay. That was a good question. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Well, so I was going to say that, okay, I might have the unpopular opinion. Okay, Makita, we're talking about the TikTok video. Hey, Makita, we're talking about the TikTok video with the girl, Steph Freeman, and her boyfriend, talk about all the different stereotypes, how to cook an N-word. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about. But anyway, oh yes, we're trying to get deep for a minute. But to your question, my answer might be an unpopular opinion. I feel as though, sorry guys, I'm cooking while we're doing this, is that I ain't gonna lie. Those stereotypes, like the way the little illusion, I chuckled, but not because it was like, it wasn't like that. It was like, I'm like, oh, what the hell is this? But okay, they did their research. Like they did their research for once on the wrong shit. Like it was like, oh, they like watermelon. It's like some Wikipedia of some black like coons that they looked up and they just attributed. It's like, oh, this is the type of research y'all like to get down on. It was like that kind of laugh because it was like, wow, y'all really taking the time to learn black culture, but then you pick the stereotypes that doesn't apply to us. Like, just because I like watermelon doesn't mean that I'm black, or just because I'm black doesn't mean I like watermelon. It's like me saying, like, what? Just because you're white, you're vegan, or just because
just because you're white, you don't wash your legs,
right? Or that y'all gonna have lights. It's hella like it. I think it's. We should be, to answer your question, we can be in an uproar. But you know what's funny is that the people of African American culture, they tend to let shit like this low key slide. Like, I don't see celebrities coming out the woodwork talking about this girl. All they did was a quick comment under a post. But if it was a black couple doing some rodeo shit and turning around and clapping their heels and trying to, like, I don't know, people would have a problem. It would be something. So
I'm gonna just get a little deep for like 2 seconds. Some of the stereotypes derive from slavery, derive from things that they've kind of perpetuated on us. So it's almost like, okay, this is something that you guys kind of instilled or created, and now you're trying to make fun of it or plague us for it. And I also think that even if black people do comment or complain about not having a dad or a family member going to jail or even them going to jail, whatever, that's just reality. That's just expressing and explaining reality. That's not for you to take it and try to label all black people that way. It's almost like, if I complain about my mother, I'm the only person that talks about my mother. You're not talking about my mother. I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk shit about my cousin or my brother. You're not going to do it. So I feel like that's something that we can talk about amongst each other, because that's something that, you know, we kind of have to deal with or we're experiencing. Not saying that white people don't experience it, because it's a lot of white people in jail as well. It's white people that don't have a dad as well. But
I just think it's different issues. Like, you talk about the issues that plague you. We talk about the issues that plague us in our own facet. But it's not something that we're going to try to appropriate for entertainment. Like, we're not going around dressed. It's not even, I don't even think it's possible. White face, we're not going around. Like, we're not doing that because, one, we don't have the time. Two, we don't care. You do you, we do us.
Right.
And so, oh, right. I think what Mr. underscore N2 is talking about is, when she was apologizing to your regard, I think she started creating some fan pages, like, because she was exposing other racists that she was talking to.
Oh, and I'm not on this piece of info.
I hope it wasn't her. I hope I was just looking at some type of BS, but it was like basically a whole page of her. I mean, a new page of her just calling out all these people, like calling out a couple of these people who are also racist. Got the red pepper, got a little cooking tutorial while we doing it. Got my brain right now. But yeah, so it was just getting out of hand. So, I mean, what do you have to say about that? Do you think that the punishment, though, is the punishment fit the crime? That she's been expelled, that her boyfriend's been expelled?
I think that this should affect her in more ways than one. If she tried to apply to college, dub. I think that should be a dub. Like, if she tried to apply to college, dub, I think that should be a dub too. She can't get into school now. She can't get a job now.
So how long, though? Like, what do you think the punishment should be?
I don't know. I really don't care how long it is. because they do have that white privilege on their side. So it's like, for once, can you like be held accountable for your actions and what you said? You know what I mean?
Got you.
The same way that, black people can't get a job after jail, like what you made fun of in a video. Now you can't get one because you want to be an asshole.
I mean, okay. To go back a little bit to what Kai said, she made a comment about to my comment when I said we don't have the time, we're not really making videos in whiteface, etc. She wrote there are a lot of black people that are making videos that emphasize the same stereotypes that make non-black people think it's okay for them to do it. Okay, that may be true, but that's not something that I feel like is particularly what I'm saying to relate. I'm not saying that it's okay for non-black people to say it. I'm just saying it's especially not okay for someone of an opposite race to do that. So, to me, I don't think it's necessarily needed. I don't think it's necessarily good to have or should have. But I'm not going to lie and say my opinion, right? Like, you can laugh, but I'm saying you got me stumped a little bit, but it's more so like, right, it's like, I just feel like I'm not going to, okay, see, back to your other point, Kai, I'm not going to go in an uproar about these black people doing this because ignorance is ignorance, but, okay, I feel at least let me give them the benefit of the doubt. They know the struggles that we've been through, and they can relate because they walk through the same struggles every day. So if they want to continue to act a fool now after that, all right, I may not rock with you, but I'm not about to be in an uproar. It's these specifically white, gotta be right teenagers who don't know no better, who's probably been taught to be these bigots and racists their entire lives, is now for fun since we're all home and bored and you don't have nothing else to do but to talk about the stereotypes of black people to cook an N-word, like, get out of here. That's like me saying how to cook a honky. Let me go and grab no salt. Let me go and make sure I got lots of water. Let me make sure, like, what? Let me make sure I'm barefoot. Let me make sure my chicken is in the sink. Like, it's like me. Like, we can just, like, what?
We can go on. We can go on about that. Let me curse out my mom. Let me not wash my legs.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, that doesn't make sense.
It was definitely something that was definitely something they learned at home.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Something that they've been around, they was raised around, and that's how they really feel.
But, I mean, if you haven't seen the video, I wouldn't say it's the best, you know. It's something I guess you should see because it is news. But it ain't something that, you know, everybody should be proud of because it's a disgrace to our race and they are being dealt with accordingly. And now it puts us to the next topic.
We didn't touch them. We didn't touch all of them.
No. I think we had, Kai had asked a question earlier about the, oh, that was a funny comment. Transparent credit repair. I love watermelon. So many benefits. Helps prevent cancer.
Watermelon is good.
I love watermelon. You know, it's good to me. I'm trying to go up. What's other news that maybe caught my eye? Oh my God, while I'm looking for it, the Teddy Riley Babyface.
Oh yeah. So whose house would you be in? Babyface or Teddy Riley?
I didn't see the thing. But you're still asking? You're still saying?
Well, Shea Room had like a nice, concise.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. Okay, so I didn't see that. Okay, so you go first because I'm looking for this thing.
So, although I genuinely love both, they both are just so freaking, important to the culture. I personally am going to rock with Teddy Riley only because I'm a huge 90s R&B person and, the New Jack Swing portion and era. So I like a lot of his songs that he played. Don't get me wrong. I like Babyface songs too, but Teddy Riley had me in my bag a little bit.
Oh my God. Okay.
When he finally got it together.
Sorry. Okay, Kai, can you please re-comment, because I can't find it. Your comment, it was about the basement parties while quarantine. That's all I remember. Can you please repost it so I can touch on that topic? But okay, you said, sorry. Naya, what were you saying?
I would say that when Teddy Riley got his stuff together, you could hear what he was playing. I like those songs because I'm like really big in 90s R&B and the New Jack Swing and stuff like that. So I was fucking with it.
I don't know. I think, sorry, I had you say all that to still say, I think I've seen Babyface. Listen, okay, I love a production, okay, honey? So if he set it up where he's coming with stories, talking about Michael Jackson wanting to take Halle Berry out on a date, and then it's like,
I didn't see how that was relevant to the song he played, but it was a nice story.
I'm just saying the setup I appreciate. And then on top of playing instruments and then the little shady banter in between, you gotta give it to him that he puts on the show even virtually.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but as far as the hits and the talent, I mean, it's all there. I mean, both black men strong, they got it together. It's a battle and it's for charity. So, I mean, I think Babyface took the cake, but I can't wait for this whole debate between what is it going to be, Dr. Dre and who did they want? Dr. Dre versus somebody else.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Swiss Beats and Timbaland had a whole live chat about who they want next, and Dr. Dre was saying he don't know if that's really his cup of tea. Puff. Yes, thanks, Claudette.
Oh,
yes,
Puff and Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
I might be rocking with Puff.
I don't really know. I mean, I know more about Puff than I do Dr. Dre's, repertoire, but I know he's bomb. I don't know.
Yeah. Why do we have to? I don't even want to pin these great people against each other, but it's definitely going to be entertaining.
But I just hope that there's no technical difficulties. I think that's all I'm really asking for. Just come on here, do your set, let it be clear, let the best person win for that, and keep it pushing.
Right.
With her child, mind you. Oh, okay. Wait, Dre and Puff. Okay, so circling back, If anybody has any news they want us to discuss, let us know. But until then, one of the last things, Anaya, that is so important to COVID-19 by Kai. What do we think of the underground COVID-19 parties that people are doing? Like, there are videos of one getting shut down in California, and there was part of where a woman refused to move with her child, mind you, and the police had to like physically push her to get her to move. Do we support these underground parties, or do they piss us off as equally as they do her?
It's ridiculous. It pisses me off.
Okay.
Because we technically supposed to quarantine. Like, okay, you don't care about your health, fine, but it's like we all kind of gotta pay for when people do stuff like that. We gotta pay for that. So you're gonna extend the quarantine and stuff like that because people want to have underground parties. Now, granted, you want to have a party. It might be good for your mental health. Maybe, just staying in the house and having your world turned upside down because of a virus is a little, a lot for you to handle, which is a lot for everyone to handle. But I think it's better things to do than throw a party where you're risking your health and your life and making it worse for everybody else that's actually following the rules.
Okay, she clapped. Like, yes, I agree in that retrospect. Only like for the same reasons. I hate to agree because it's always like there's always that person that would disagree. So I want to see that side. So I'm gonna try to say both sides I think could come about with this conversation. One, I agree. I think that not only like we all suffer, but also it's like your health. People are dying, kind of like to what you were saying. And it's not even that whether you think you're going to die or not, the real transmitting it to other people, I really think is really real. Like, it's getting closer and closer to my doorstep than I realized. And it's got me making sure I'm faithfully wearing these gloves and wash my hands and wiping down doorknobs and stuff frequently. So it's like for you to now be in a whole party, like bopping, celebrities, they're not even getting a check in clubs. Like, they're for appearances that could be easy bread. So it's like, why risk your life? And who has the money really for that? Like, and what? It's like, and I don't find it necessary. Masks are going to be the new normal. They are going to be the new normal.
I agree with that.
And I'm going to have to stay inside because of it. Because the way my nose works, I'm hyperventilating in a mask. Like,
it's to the point where if I'm somewhere and I see someone with no mask, I feel weird. Like, why do you have a mask on? Like, I feel weird now because everybody has a mask and should be wearing a mask.
Oh, she said there was one in Philly and a huge fight broke out.
One in New York, too. I heard about one in the Bronx, I think it was, or Brooklyn.
It's like, what are y'all trying to do? Like, is shaking your ass that real? Like, that you need to be in a club? Like,
yeah.
Are we, like, for what? And to Claudette's point, girl, yes, we agree. We talked about stimulus checks last week. Definitely look at the Millenni-Her podcast last week's Topic Tuesday, where we talked about how to get a stimulus check if you don't already know. And then I think we have one more question, and then we get out of here, unless there's any final thoughts. What do we think about the possibility of an exodus amongst Black people?
Of a what?
What do we think about the possibility of an exodus amongst Black people? I'm going to have to look up what an exodus is.
I need to be enlightened.
I'm going to have to look up what an exodus is, so we might have to... Plus, I done had to...
I feel bad. I don't know what that is. I usually be knowing stuff.
I know. I'm going to have to look that up. Let me screenshot that, because I'm going to screenshot that question, because I want to get that in there eventually. And then Kai said, and Georgia, oh, yes! Okay, that could be the last topic we talk about. I'm screenshotting this. Okay, so I can answer Makita's question later. Yes, wait, Exodus. When are we going to collab? Got you, girl. Hit you up later. Yes, but Georgia, last topic. Georgia has the audacity to be talking about reopening the state. Girl, what do you feel about that? I'm not, like... Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. But
okay, so basically the governor or the mayor, the governor. he basically is opening up the state of Georgia. So barbershops, hair salons, like more lesser non-essential businesses are going to be opening up for business. So you can go and shop regularly.
I mean,
thanks, guys, we got a supportive group here. They made sure we got the facts.
I mean, maybe the governor looked at their numbers and felt like it's good enough to open. No?
Oh, okay. That's your opinion. Yeah. I had to yeah, no, you're right. Okay. Maybe they looked at the numbers. All right. Okay. You might want, can you elaborate more?
Like that's their state. Like, I mean,
on that?
If I mean, that's their state. If they feel like by judging by the numbers and whatever else, if they think that it's a good idea, how do we know it's not for them? You know what I mean?
Going to make provisions for those Georgians to not come up north or come west or whatever, because at the end of the day, it's like, don't be trying to open up your state and then we trying to think people gonna be still taking their little New York field trips and DC trips and family vacations and try to bring the virus like in their vacation up to us. Like while we're still, granted we're quarantined, but I'm saying even though there are some states that are not who kind of maybe feel the same way, and if Georgian people are now able to move freely, not only travel, but go to businesses and spread. People are then going to travel and spread it, more and more. So we need to now, the governor of Georgia needs to now take that responsibility and make sure that the people who aren't free, like you can't just say, my people protected. They're all a part of the United States.
Yeah, I think that United States, the states should kind of just wait for Trump or whoever else to say it's time for everybody to open. I heard Florida open their beaches and now spiked in
Jacksonville, Florida, one beach was open and then rapidly I think closed because it's insane.
Yeah,
I think actually there.
So I think to kind of just make it so there's no confusion, so there's no discrepancy. Everybody just open when the CDC say it's safe to open.
So you're basically saying you don't agree?
I don't know. I don't agree. I see your point, but I also I see your point.
Don't let the wanting of outside sway the decision.
Yeah, because I want to go brunch.
But it's like, you want to go brunch and then die? You know what they say, brunch and die? Do you want to brunch and die?
I just want all of this to be over. So it's like...
Let's open it up to the comments. Some of the comments were saying, facts, I'm staying outside even after they open outside. I have a strong feeling. A lot of states will be at war. Georgia is a Republican state, so I'm almost convinced Donald Trump has something to do with that. I never thought that was any different. Like,
yes, Darren, thank you for saying.
What Trump is saying is up to the governor. Trump, that's a whole different topic, but I do think that it is a decision. Like, I miss my friends too, Darren. I want to brunch too, but that's not where we at right now. And I don't appreciate that now it's every state for themselves, because at the end of the day, we are all traveling. Some of us are native in other states. Some of us were just passing by. I have a friend who lives in Texas who's been stuck up here for months. Like, even before she was here, but then she's about to go back, and now she's stuck up here. So what if we opened up? Now she's taking that back to Texas and this and that, the third. It's just too much. So to close it all out, we can only see how it's going to continue to unfold. I just hope that everyone continues to be safe. And we'll get back to brunching soon. I see a few more people talking about it. I know they on your side, Anaya. And
the thing is, it's like, we're going to be smart, and I know we have to be smart, but it's also nothing wrong with expressing what we want and how much we want it to change, and hopefully it does. Like, just be hopeful that we'll get to brunch again.
Well, definitely. So again, I'm not trying to be out there like that, right? It's like we all just trying to play it by ear. Thank you for everybody tuning in to this week's Topic Tuesday. My co-host Cheryl, she is studying, trying to still be a millennial woman and a boss at that. She'll be back next week. We'll still switch it up. We'll definitely be back next Tuesday to talk about more topics. If you have any more topics that you want us to talk about, definitely hit us up, DM us. We're also selling merch. Hit us up, DM us, support us while we're in the quarantine. And I know it's hard for y'all, so we understand too. It's always going to be merch around. Thank you, Anaya, who is a part of TMP, for being on this week. And we will see y'all next week.